When everything really started to shift for me, it wasn't after some big dramatic moment, or as they say in tarot, tower moment. It wasn't one decision or this one perfect day. It was simply when I started to pay attention to my frequency. I know, right? But I was really starting to pay attention to the energy that I was carrying and the energy that I was putting out there. And once I started understanding the frequency, everything kind of made sense to me because your frequency, it's everything. It's the tone of your life. It's your magnet. It's your truth, right? We are vibrational beings, eternal vibrational beings. So Abraham Hicks, I don't know if you guys know her or not, or them, I don't know what you'd say, but they talk about how joy, love, and appreciation are of the highest frequencies. And of course, on the other end would be shame, guilt, fear, despair. And they're not the only ones that talk about emotions having frequency and energy. I mean, this is just science, right? But most of us are never taught how to move through emotions. So emotions are energy, and we're not even really taught that when we're little. Were you ever taught that? I wasn't. I was told to push it down, pretend you're fine, keep going. Emotions or being emotional is a sign of weakness. But the reality is that we know it to be is that emotions are energy, and energy is frequency. And if that energy gets stuck in your body, it's going to show up somewhere as anxiety, as exhaustion, as pain, as disconnection. And how many of us get that energy stuck? And it just gets deeper and deeper entwined within us. So that's why I got trained and certified and became a master EFT and TFT tapping practitioner, and also certified in MEDR. Why? Because I deeply understand now. Trapped emotions don't just disappear when you talk about it, or even if you don't talk about it. They wait. And when you can't talk your way out of energy, you got to move it. Because energy frequency doesn't understand language. It understands frequency. And we need to move it. We have to release it. That's basically what tapping does, right? And that's also what EMDR does. It clears the path. It helps you become back to yourself. Not because you're broken, but because your nervous system, your energy system is just so overloaded. And it actually just needs some support, needs some help, a reset. When I started doing this kind of work, I just stopped asking, what's wrong with me? It was actually when I started learning about the brain and trauma. And I finally learned that there was nothing wrong with me. I had some really hard years as a child in my early years. But that takeaway of no longer what's wrong with me, it's now kind of at the, what am I carrying that's not mine? And what can I release? And that kind of mindset shift, that is getting out of 3D energy. And currently right now, I'm sure you've heard, we're all shifting out, or most of us are shifting out of 3D energy. And 3D is the fear, the survival, the separation, the scarcity. And we're waking up as human beings. And we're going on to the 4D. And the 4D is kind of like the bridge where we actually start to question and notice and heal and connect. Because 5D, that's where the love leads us. That's where energy flows freely. That's where we remember we are connected. We are powerful. We are energy. So if you're feeling low, just pause. Do a check-in with yourself. You don't have to fake high vibes. Just notice where you are. And if you want to shift, you want to go to a higher frequency, tap it out. Walk. Emotions need motion. Dance. Cry. Breathe. Put your bare feet on the earth. Go outside in nature. Hug a tree. Hum. Laugh. Just let the energy move through you. That's it. You don't have to do this alone. This work is sacred, and only you can do it. You got to remember, you're not broken. You're becoming. Your frequency is your freedom, and you were never, ever meant to stay stuck. You were meant to fly. I know that sounds silly, but it's true. You're a spirit. So if this resonates with you, if something in you said yes while you were listening, if you're curious about how to shift your frequency or want to learn more about frequency, releasing old energy, or you just feel more like you again, if you ever knew what that felt like, you're in the right place. Here at the Craft of Wellness, that's what I do. This is what I talk about. This is what I live. And believe me, I have experienced complete transformation in my body, in my life. And I truly believe that this work is sacred. And I know you are not broken, you are becoming. So, if you made it this far, yay. And if you want to learn more, hit subscribe, tap the notification bell. Let's do this together. Like, I had to fumble through this and figure out what's going on. You don't have to. You don't have to walk this journey alone. Not anymore. Have a great day.